Story time. This particular story is for the spiritual people because I just feel like those are the people that can understand what I'm about to say. Let's go back. So in October, I was outside enjoying the day. Out of nowhere, it just felt like the energy was weird. You know, like where it just felt off. Something just kept feeling like it's not right. I felt like to protect myself from experiencing something going left or bad, I'm gonna just go home. I figured I'm gonna just go to the store. So I'm like, I'm gonna just go get me some popsicles, some tissues, some soap, and I'm gonna just go home and chill for the day. So I live in Detroit. I don't know about anywhere else. I could just tell y'all about here. But Walgreens is a store that old people go to for their medication. And I usually don't go to Walgreens. Like, I'm a CVS girl, Rite Aid, if I need to go to one of those stores. So I'm like, I'm going to just run to Walgreens since it's right there, get what I need to get, go home. I go to this Walgreens. While I was on my way there, I was on the phone with my best friend. Just get all the stuff that I said I needed. But me being me, I didn't stick to the plan. So now at this point, I'm basically shopping. I'm just in there getting stuff. Like, Walgreens is not a store that it be a lot of people at. Like, it literally be like one person behind the register. And it's just slow in there, you know, about maybe 5 people. I don't even remember seeing security in there. I'm in this aisle, still on the phone with my best friend. And this white guy walk up to give y'all a description. So I'm 4'11". For the most part, we know how to size people up. You know, like, I've been 4'11" for a very long time. Like, and I date men that are 5'11" and up. I know how to look at people and guess what their height is and be right. So he was about 6'2", 6'3". He wasn't no average size dude. He wasn't like slim, but he wasn't fat neither. But he wasn't stocky. He just looked like he looked a little solid for his size, but he wasn't like super big neither. Like, you know, he looked good for his height and his weight. Again, I am 4'11", 140 pounds on a good day. He walks up and he say, "Excuse me, can you show me where the dishwashing liquid is?" My eyes and my face sometimes answer before I do. So before I could get out, I don't work here. I know for a fact I made a face, like almost telling him I don't work here before I could even say it. So right when I was about to say it, he like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you worked here." I just smiled and I was just like, "No, I don't work here." And I'm like, "But I did just get some." Mind you, I have a whole shopping cart. I'm like, "You gonna go 2 aisles to the left and it's right there." Okay. So boom, still on the phone, still got my shopping cart. And I start continuing to walk. Like, you know, I told you where it's at. I'm going about my little way. I'm walking past him. He like looking at me and he like, "So you're not going to walk a handsome white man to find a soap?" Disclaimer. Let me throw that out there. I'm not racist. I'm black. I can't be. However, I am not one of those girls that date outside their race. I have nothing against no other race at all. Actually, it's a lot of good looking people that I've seen, white, fucking Mexican, even Japanese. Like, you know, like I'm just not one of those persons though. Like, I don't date outside my race. Far as like somebody that I'm just like, "Oh, he's so fine." Like 9 times out of 10, he's gonna be black. When he said that, like, he was so serious. And like in my eyes, I'm like, "I'm talking to the wrong person, my baby." I just gave him like a little grin and I was just like, I'm like, "No, but you know, I told you where it's at. I just laughed it off. But again, he was serious. And like when I laughed it off and I was just like, nah, I told you where it's at. It's this look he gave where it was just like he was so serious. And I'm just like, I didn't pay it no mind. Again, the whole day been weird. So I'm like, I ain't even surprised. I'm not about to let that affect me. Whatever. So I go on this other aisle, right? So when I go in this aisle, it was an older lady. Now, to describe what she looked like, best way to describe a grandma. She was black. She was like a little bit taller than me. She wasn't plus size, but she was like close. She's more closer to plus size than her being small. She wasn't super old neither. Like when I say grandma, I mean like she give like her late 60s. At this point, I'm just getting shit. Still on the phone whole time. She walks up on me. Now, I'm a person that when I go out, I'm aware of everything. I'm paying attention to everything. Granted, I'm on the phone, but because even when I'm on the phone, I pay attention even more because it's like, you don't need to be out in public on the phone. All that texting and walking, I don't do that. And having your phone up to your ear, I don't even do that. I normally have my AirPod in and like have it down. But this particular day, again, I'm in Walgreens. I'm looking at the shelf and she walked up and she tapped my shoulder and she said, I didn't mean to do that. She said, how long did it take you to get that? Build the scenery for y'all. I knew for a fact she didn't accidentally touch my shoulder. She did that on purpose. I'm the type of person that I don't like being touched by people. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing personal. I don't know why I'm like that. I just don't. You know, like you really gotta be somebody to me in order to touch me and not be okay with it. So when she touched me, I got this thing where when people touch me, I tend to look at their hands. And then I ask myself, how do I feel? Don't ask me why I do it. I don't care. I'm not changing it either. I don't know. When she did that, I knew she did it on purpose. And I was instantly in my head like, it don't feel wrong. I just didn't understand why she told me she didn't mean to do it when I knew she did mean to do it. I didn't care. It was just like, you know what, no big deal. No, she said, how long did it take you to get those? And I instantly knew she was talking about my tattoos. And to describe what's happening, it felt like she was trying to force a conversation, right? So I'm not tripping. Again, you touched me. It didn't feel weird. You cool. You asking me about the tattoos. Okay. I don't even know how I knew she was talking about my tattoos. So I'm like, I say, yeah, no, this is years worth of work. I'm like, took me a minute. And she just was like, I bet. And like, you know, and she just walked off. Now, mind you, we in the same aisle. She didn't go far. She went behind me. So I'm this way. She's right behind me. But she like on a lower part looking at the stuff. And I'm still standing straight up. So, still on the phone. Whatever, you know. So, right when that happened, the man come back to the aisle, the white man. And he say, I can't find it. I said, it's 2 aisles over to the left. He like, can you just show me? I can't find it. And I'm like, I'm not about to do that. And he like, so where are you saying that it is again? And it's just like, and I'm like telling him, I'm like, look, I told you exactly where it's at. I said, I got dish soap right here. Like, you can see it in the basket. I ain't got a whole bunch of stuff in this basket. Like, you can look and see what I got. I'm like, I got soap right here. I'm like, I'm telling you exactly where it is. I'm like, but I'm not about to walk with you to this aisle. Like, can you please stop asking me that? Maybe you should find somebody that work here. Like, I'm telling you where it's at. If you can't find it, I don't know what to tell you. So he looks at the older lady, because now she looking at him, and He like, well, can you show me? Now he a little bit more. At first he was, hey. Now he a little bit. Can you show me? She looks up and she stand up and she said, no, I'm not finna show you. She said she not finna show you neither. And he walked away. So we thought, right? So when he walks off, me and her look at each other and I'm like, now, because I know this is going on social media, I gotta say this. When it comes to Black people, we have a way that we communicate, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we ain't gotta really say nothing, and sometimes we ain't gotta say nothing. It just, we know how to communicate with each other, regardless to whether we know each other or not. And that was what was happening. That's the best way I can describe to y'all what was happening when he walked off. She walked up, now she's closer to me, and she say, yeah, I seen when he came in, something not right with him. Now this whole time, I didn't see him until you asked me about the soap. So I'm just like, I bet. I'm like, yeah, you're a little off. And she looked at me and she said, all I'm going to tell you, God is real. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm already knowing. And she was like, protect yourself. And when she said that, I tapped my purse and I looked at her and I said, oh, we good. And she looked at me and she nodded, but it's the eye contact. And again, as Black people, we have a way that we communicate with each other. And the only reason why I'm saying us Black people is because I've communicated with multiple other races. I've been around all type of different people. But it's something about with Black people, when we communicate without using our words, we understand each other. So when she said that, and I tapped the purse and looked at her, and I'm like, oh no, we good. Because now in my head, I'm like, even though I don't know her, I don't care. Like, I will protect you too. Like, you are fine. Like, you ain't got to worry about him bothering you, and I ain't about to worry about him bothering me. Like, that's just what it is. And again, that's what I'm communicating without communicating. And the way she looked at me, it was, yeah, but I also mean something else. And it was like the way she looked at me, I understood that, and I okayed without saying it. Even though I'm explaining this, and it might sound as if this took about 5 minutes to happen, again, we have a way that we communicate. It took literally a minute. All of that happened in 60 seconds. All of it, 60 seconds tops. By the time we got done talking that fast, he went from being, so the aisle like this, right? Boom, 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 right? So we right here. When you get to the bottom right here, that's when the aisle go like this. And then that's when there's more across here. So it's like this. So you got this little space. Boom. We right here. When he asked that and she said no, and she said no, he walked off. And in the midst of this quick conversation that probably did not take 60 seconds, I promise y'all, it was not that long. He went from being right here, and I told him to go 2 aisles to the left, right? So he should be right here. He walked off, and I swear to God, it was like so fast. This man was right here behind us, because we was in this direction looking at him, talking to him. So he went from being right here till he's literally behind us in this aisle. He pop up and he say, "What y'all doing? Talking about me?" When he did that, first of all, not only did you throw me the fuck off, how fast did you get down here? Why are you down here? And why are you asking if we talking about you? We don't know you. And yes, we're talking about you. You know we are. But why are you talking to us again? We both turn around looking like, he like, "I can't find the soap." I've grown so much and I still got a lot of growing to do. But that's when I couldn't keep holding, okay, I'm being nice. So now I'm a little bit more aggressive. Now I'm a little bit more louder. Now I'm a little bit more pushing back. Hey, I don't care. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I told you where it's at. I'm not telling you no more. Stop fucking asking me. He walk off. Right. I gone about my day. Supposedly. Well, I'm on the phone with my homegirl still. My homegirl say, "Bitch, you at Walmart?" Cause now this is starting to sound like some Walmart shit. I say, "No, I'm at Walgreens." And we like, "What the fuck?" And we both like, "This is like some Walmart shit. What the fuck?" So I start walking to the front. Y'all, I thought about it, which in real life, somebody I know now, people always love saying what they would do, what they wouldn't do, and love to be like, "Well, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that?" when they're not in that situation, you know? So here it is. I walk up to the front. He already up there. He the second person in line, like he about to pay for his stuff. And I thought about it and I was like, I wonder if they got some native stuff in here. I like their stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I walk back in a whole nother aisle. Like now I gotta go all the way to the back because I'm looking for it. So I'm walking. Well, I don't see the older lady no more. I gotta walk all the way. Like it's hard to explain. If you know, you know. If you can guess it, you can put it together. Cool. But I gotta walk past all these aisles. I don't see the older lady no more. I seen who was all in the front paying for stuff. She wasn't there, and this all happening quick. I know somebody like, "Well, why didn't you just leave?" I wasn't worried about that nigga, to be honest. Like, I see you, you see me. I said what I said. And I'm not about to rush or I'm not about to drop my basket and leave. Like, we can do whatever you want to do. That's just that. And again, I'm at home. So I go to the aisle and I find it. Literally, I grab it, put it in the basket. I turn around. Y'all, I kid y'all the fuck not. My best friend is the only person that can vouch for this whole entire story. I turn around. He right behind me. Never heard this man walk up. Didn't feel him. Didn't nothing. He right behind me like, "I found the soap. Thank you." Fuck you and that soap. Fuck you and that soap. I don't give a fuck. Like, go away. Like, fuck. It's how he keeps looking at me. So when he said that, honestly, like, I can't even give y'all a gangster story. I'm not about to make it sound good for nobody. And again, it's all good until people in certain situations. Like when he said that and he stared at me, bro, I was stuck looking at him like, And he just walked off, right? Now I'm like, yeah, let me get the fuck out of here. He walked off. I'm walking too, right? Because again, he was right behind me. So while he's walking, I'm behind him. You ain't getting behind me, sir. You caught me with that little bunch that you just pulled. But not again. While he walking, I'm walking behind him. He leaves out the door. I'm like, okay, he gone. I get online. It's 2 people in front of me. Now it's 1. Now that she is ringing up this next person that's right in front of me, I'm the very next person. Do y'all know this man came back in the store and stood behind me? So when that happened, I turned my body. I'm not looking straight this way. I turn so I can see right here and him. I got my back this way. Like, and at this point, I'm making it very known. I see you. I'm staring at his ass too. He's staring at me. I'm staring at him. Yo, when I say he just started picking up random shit like fucking Tic Tacs, put it back, pack of gum, looking at it, put it back. Okay. So when it's time for me to get rung up, I walk up. He leave out. I say, "Oh, you think you're gonna catch me lacking outside?" That's the best way I could describe that feeling. Like, I'm just like, oh, okay, you know soon I'm about to be coming outside. Okay. So remember when I said my plan was to buy 3 things. So when I ran in, I left my money in my car. So when she rung the stuff up, I was over. Like, I had planned on spending like $60 or something like that. It came up to like $140, right? So that's not what I brought out. I left all the shit in the car. I won't be doing that no time soon since this video gonna come out. I didn't stick to the plan. Let me run to the car real quick. I go to the car. Now I'm looking like, what kind of car this nigga in? I don't see him. I'm quick. You feel me? When I go to the car, I'm not even like with the door open, lifting stuff up or getting the money wherever it's at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even doing that. I jump in the car and lock the doors. Look around like, what this nigga at? Get the money. Put it. Nah, I ain't got nothing in my hands. You feel me? Besides the money. And I still got my phone. Jump out, lock the door, got the keys. Go back in. Hurry up. Pay for it. I don't need no receipt. You good? Well, leave out. Looking again. Hurry up, unlock the door. Hurry up, jump in with the bags in my hand. Lock the door. Throw all that shit down. Start the car up. So now at this point, I'm pulling off and I'm just looking like, I'm trying to see if I see anything that even resemble this man. Like, just a look, like, where did he go? Because you ain't gonna get me, bitch. And remember, I told you I stayed close. So I'm looking like, fuck this nigga at? I'm like, you know what? Okay. I don't see him, but better safe than sorry. For almost 2 hours straight, I drove all around in every hood of Detroit West Side. Literally. I went on Dexter. I went on 7 Mile. I went on 6 Mile. I went on Pearson. I went on Linwood. I even went to the Zone. I went everywhere for the most part. Like, I went to the hood. And even in the midst of that, I didn't see nothing that looked like the same car or like I was being followed. But again, I wasn't taking no chances. So 2 hours it was. Whatever. I get home, right? Now I'm pissed. because I'm like, I've been wanting to be at home this whole day. Like, I wanted to just go home. Like, this just got in my way so bad. So I get home and I'm instantly like, I need to clean up. And when I say clean up, like, it wasn't like, because me buying dish soap didn't mean like I had a whole bunch of dirty dishes. Like, I live by myself. I don't have no kids. I'm single. Wasn't nothing like that. It felt like the best way to describe it is like spring cleaning. You know, where you deep clean. I did that in October. Everything, everything got clean, down to me washing the sheets, the fucking all the shit on the bed, down to cleaning the walls, down to sweeping, mopping. I literally cleaned the whole entire house. I could not sleep. I couldn't sleep. My house felt so good, and and you know where you know how I get when you just like deep clean that motherfucker, and you got your candles lit, and you know, like you got your plug-ins running and all that. Like, I could not sleep. So 5:30ish hit in the morning. I'm like, bro, I gotta get up tomorrow. Well, I gotta get up later. Let me try. Cause I'm the type of person I'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck it. I'll try again tomorrow and just don't go to sleep. So I'm like, let me at least try. Soon as I laid my head on that pillow, all I could do was just cry. I bust out crying so motherfucking bad that I had to take a pillow and scream in it. And I was still worried about doing that because I didn't want my neighbors to think something was wrong with me. And I could not understand why I was crying like that. And it got to the point where listen, everybody that talked to me that day and the next day after I seen that man in that interaction, all I kept saying was it did not feel right. The way he kept looking at me, all that shit that happened, it did not feel right. Like, it genuinely didn't feel fucking right, bro. Like, nothing about it was right. It fucked with me the whole entire day after I left the store and everything. Like, I will never forget what this man looked like. Never. It did not feel right at all, bro. And it fucked with me real bad. The fact that I never seen that lady again after we both walked out that aisle together, she had a basket, I had a basket. I know for a fact she didn't pay for nothing. And I don't know where that lady went. The fact that I know she touched my shoulder on purpose and then told me she didn't mean to do it. All I'm going to say is, this go for anybody, but mainly I'm going to speak to women, people like me. You gotta pay attention, bro. You have to. You literally have to. Your life depends on it. You gotta pay attention. Because if I wasn't the type of person that I am, and if I wasn't, like, granted, it's a few things I could have did differently, but at the end of the day, I was very aware. I could have been one of them, oh, okay, I'll show you. No. Like, I don't see a man and be like, there's some girls, it's some women, it's some ladies that be quick to, bro. Again, he wasn't ugly. He wasn't ugly. He wasn't ugly at all, to be honest. For him to be a white boy, nothing about him was like unattractive, actually. It just ain't my cup of tea. And again, I ain't pressed to do that shit. I don't work here. Find somebody else. But no. you know? And I'm not even a mean person. Like, I'm if I can help, I help. But some shit, bro, like you gotta pay attention to how you feel. And if some shit don't feel right, bro, it don't feel right. And you gotta be aware, bro. I'm telling y'all, protect yourself, pay attention. Because even when I think about that, I be thinking like a lot of times it's so easy to be like, ah, will nobody kidnap me? Will nobody do this? Will nobody do that? I don't see how people could get human trafficked and sex trafficked and all this other stuff. And it's so easy to say that. But because of that situation, I realized, like, bro, first of all, I'm 4'11". That man was every bit of 6'3", for sure. And I'm saying 6'2" to be fair. 6'3". Granted, I got my shit on me. But at the same time, again, until you in certain situations, you don't even understand. If I wasn't aware or paying attention, it would have been nothing I could have did with him. Nothing. 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 I ain't no motherfucking man. Never have been, never will be. Protect yourselves. Just like she told me. And just like it was, yeah, I understand. You got your shit on you. But I mean this way too. That's the same thing I'm telling y'all. Like y'all, I just been like, I don't know, it's really been on my heart for a very long time since that shit happened. Like I went live and I talked about it, but it's just been feeling like, no, that ain't enough. We living in some real dark times right now, like extremely dark, dark as fuck. And I don't know, but every day I've been feeling like in here I need to make this video and upload it and make sure it's on my page, not on a live where X amount of people heard it because they was there and nobody else. Like, no, like it's been feeling like, bro, upload that on your page. And I've been hearing it every single day. I recorded a video and I didn't even put it out, and it just was like, you know what, redo it. Let's go do it. So I'm just doing what I was told to do. Protect yourself. I love you.